Welcome back to Danganronpa Another episode, Ultra Despair Girls. In the last part, character development. In this part, we have some challenges to do.
I'm fed up with going to the subway. Didn't we already go there before? We should be going for something more like a woman's ultimate happiness.
You could think about your marriage to be Althea later.
So here we are in the business district of Towa City, one of my favorite areas in the game in terms of its appearance and its gameplay. We have a very extensive area to explore here. Is there a bomber or anything to blow these guys up with? Doesn't look like it. Guess we'll just knock them back. Suppose we could paralyze them for some AoE damage. I got rid of 2 of them. We really don't necessarily need to be fighting these guys, but money is nice.
The letters have something to do with the paths drawn here?
You look really pumped for this.
So, reminding ourselves of the challenge at hand, we have to find the treasure that is hidden, and the hint that's given to us is that the treasure boxes have 3 letters written on them, X, T, and L, and the odd box out, the one with our reward in it, is the letter that looks like an L but has an X. It's really strangely worded, but basically what it means is we use detect, we can see the L on that one, and if we look at the junction that the crate is at, it is an L junction. So simply, we have to find the one with a letter on it that doesn't match the type of junction it's at. But first we have a challenge room.
The shield ones are everywhere. It'd be a shame to miss defeating some.
So we're going to have to use move to activate these holograms and get all of the Monokumas in place. And then paralyze them all in one shot. So, how do I want to do this? This one gave me a lot of trouble. I think when I was playing through for the last time, I just couldn't quite get it. So we need to connect them all up. There's 2 separate puddles of water, and I think we have to use the regular Monokuma to bridge that gap. Yeah, this is the first time I really started to have to use my brain, I suppose. So we've moved that one into place. We don't want to move the middle one because that'll attract this bottom center Monokuma to a place where it's not standing in water. So I think what we want to do is activate the one on the far right, which will attract, hopefully, the regular Monokuma and the shield Monokuma. So that one is now in position. I hope this works. It did work, nice. Yeah, that's the first time I really had to use my brain with one of these challenges. So chapter 4, stepping the difficulty up a little bit. But we got some monocoins as a reward, and clearing that one will contribute towards our A rank at the end of the chapter. And our reward extends beyond that, because we have ourselves a bunch of presents here. Ow! Jeez, man. That guy really went for me. That's fine. Oh, that actually kills them in one shot. Jeez, that's more powerful than I thought it was. Anyway, the reward we're looking for is the skill super studying technique. The conspicuously green present was the trap. So let's check out that skill. Super studying technique increases the experience we gain even more. And we've been getting a lot of level ups recently, so we're gonna get even more as we proceed onward. Okay, so let's head back out into the city, and since there is a fair amount of walking around to do in this area to get to the different challenges that we need to do, it finally gives me a chance, for the first time really, to appreciate the music in this game, because the music in this game is really good, and I don't say that enough. As we check this one out, the X to show that we are at an X junction. Anyway, so as I was saying about the soundtrack, I love the soundtrack in this game, and I feel like it goes a little bit unappreciated because there is so much voiced dialogue in this game compared to the other Danganronpa games. Because the characters are talking so often, you can't always hear the music. And right on cue, new truth bullet, burn.
Is that a new kind of bullet? This looks pretty useful.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not too late for a tutorial. It appears you have obtained burn. Burn is a truth bullet that, burns off the Monokuma's generator device. It has a high rate of fire, so it's perfect for shooting at enemies who move swiftly. It's downright awesome against those beast Monokumas. I think it would also be really good against enemies who are running straight at you. Go try it out.
That Monokuma is flying? Okay, we're getting pretty far from the whole bear concept here.
Fittingly, we are introduced to the Destroyer Monokumas right on time. Burn is good against fast-moving enemies, particularly ones running straight at you, and Beast Monokumas. We did fight some Beast Monokumas previously with Jack, and we also used... Wait, we've been here. And we also used Komaru to shoot their eyes, which is a little bit finicky. This is the first time we really have a reliable way of dealing with Beast Monokumas as Komaru. So now we're heading into these back alleys here, another area that I really like.
There's a lot of small Japanese-style bars. Can you drink alcohol, Toko? Or are you underage?
Jeez, no need to bring up such a touchy subject.
Oh. You did decide to turn around, okay. And let's not forget this. There's our third hidden kid of the chapter. Now we have the option to go one of two ways. You can see next is signified by the yellow flag on the map as always. And to get there we should head east, but if we head north we'll have access to 2 challenge rooms, and of course I want to do that to get my A rank and to do everything there is to do in this game. 75 monocoins from these guys right now, that's real good. There's some more Destroyer Monokumas here, which you can still shoot with the critical hits and take them out. When they start charging at you, it can become a bit more of a problem and you might want to use burn then. But if you get the jump on them, they shouldn't be too much of a threat. Now we've dealt with those, let's head back here and get ourselves our first collectible of today. The war between Despair and Towa is near. It has been rumored that a full-on war between the Ultimate Despairs and Towa Group is drawing near. Ever since the incident, Towa Group is doing everything it can to counteract the Despair. We can't really know what they're thinking, but the Ultimate Despairs didn't attack Towa Group in Towa City. But it's hard to imagine that that will be the case forever. This stalemate cannot continue, it's only a matter of time until the Ultimate Despairs show their true colours. Before then, we dearly hope this incident is over. So we finally get to hear some mention of Ultimate Despair. I mean, we've got Nagito here in town, but he doesn't seem to be actively trying to spread despair. In fact, according to him, he's trying to spread hope. But, well, we know Nagito by now. He doesn't really always say what he means, or what he says and what he means don't always line up. So we do have an interaction here. Game. anytime you'd like me to examine this. There we go.
Could it be?
I wonder if all those kids were also treated cruelly by their parents. Even if they were, would it matter? Even if their parents were murdered, it doesn't give them the right to kill people. You're right. No matter the reason, it's unforgivable.
It's far too...
And not just that. It's peculiar. I don't doubt the ringleaders had terrible childhoods, but I can't think of any reason for all these other kids to suddenly be motivated to kill. So, why are the other children going along with this?
You're right.
I have a bad feeling about this. There's still a lot that we don't know about what's happening here in Towa City. And a lot to be revealed as we move forward.
It's that arcade machine again.
Okay, time for our second challenge room. Let's see what this one has for us.
If they bunch up near the car, we can defeat them all in one go.
Again, we need to destroy them all with electricity. And I think I know how to do this one. This, again, due to how the Monokumas behave, can be a bit of an awkward one. But I think we want to dance you. That'll attract the shield Monokumas. The issue here is if I move that car right now, it's going to run over these two Monokumas, and it's not going to let me clear it properly. I have figured it out. I made one slight oversight, and that is that after moving the car, the water still extends beyond where the car will be. Let me show you what I mean. So we'll do the same as we did before, which is activate this hologram, but then this time we'll move the car instead, dance the Monokuma, with these three eventually making their way onto the water. They're really having a little trouble doing so, but now if we check the overhead view, you can see that these four shield Monokumas are standing on the water, meaning if I paralyze, or if I miss, if I paralyze this guy, they'll all get hit too. And that is how we do it. So, shooting this guy will give us a shortcut back out into the city proper, as well as a level up. And we do have an X marks the spot. This isn't an X junction, meaning that this is the treasure chest we've been looking for.
Sad face. Ha! I believe I can handle this riddle myself.
Well, good, because I wasn't planning on helping anyway.
And our reward for completing the riddle is 75 monocoins and battle skill. Komaru can run even when the hacking gun is readied. Really worthwhile skill to have. Really speeds up your movement. It's something that you might not necessarily have noticed, or might not necessarily have cared about, but for me personally, it's something I really enjoy having, something I really appreciate, and I wish they'd given it out earlier in the game, to be honest. We're gonna head back here into the alleyways again. Really cool design. I really like how this area is laid out, how wonky the buildings are, how just slightly over the top this whole aesthetic is, while still being believable. It's something that this game does so well. So once we come back around to where we were previously, where we fought those two destroyer Monokumas, instead of heading up to the left that way, we're gonna head down this way. A lot of different loading areas here, which is weird, but it's fine. Collectible hidden around the corner here. Let's grab it. So lingers the ocean. The love that is far too pure for the main character, me, and the fisherman, you. An indubitable foray into inner peace at the skillful stroke of a pen. Popular female author Toko Fukawa's most renowned work, the long-awaited unabridged version. This is...
What?
That's right, it's my novel. Got a problem with that?
Amazing.
No, not at all. I'm really impressed. I read this. It was sad and really good too. I can't believe it. You were the writer of So Lingers?
Don't mess with me.
So Lingers? You're abbreviating the title of the book that I wrote to my face? And of course it's really good. Who do you think wrote it? As expected of the ultimate writing prodigy, you sure have confidence. But I mean, if you can write a beautiful romance like this, you can definitely marry Byakuya.
Are you an idiot?
Don't be an idiot. What's written in there is pure fantasy. There's no way I can act like that in reality. Oh, really? What I write in my novels is my idea of an ideal world. Because I know it will never be reality, I have to write it in my fiction. So you write it because you can't have it? But don't most writers write from experience?
Nothing.
Not necessarily. My theory is that happy people can only write happy, shallow novels. But the downtrodden can vividly imagine their ideal world, perfectly envision true beauty. And that's the spirit I put into my novels. Well, I kinda get that. But I kinda don't.
Well,
But based on my theory, I wonder if I can keep writing interesting novels. What do you mean? Like I said, I'm concerned. If I have a friend like you, and I'm happy...
Could it be?
So you mean, making friends with me made you a little happier? What?
don't mess.
No, there's no way a crybaby schoolgirl like you could actually interfere with my writing. You underestimate the intensity of my novels. But you said it yourself. Well, if you're that confident, I'm sure you'll be just fine. That's a really wholesome piece of dialogue. Ever since that event in the shrine, these two are getting along even better now, but I like how that comes with its own set of challenges for them.
Let's get a move on.
We got ourselves yet another challenge room here. So let's give this one a go.
We need them all to blow.
So, I think what we'll need to do is think about this one carefully. We don't have access to knockback, but we do have access to dance. So I think I know how to do this one. I'm kind of doing this one half from memory. I do have notes, but I try to do these by memory first. So what we want to do, I think, is dance this one, then shoot it. There we go, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Nice. Let's grab ourselves some money. Then that bomber will drop in and give us another quick route out. And there's another collectible hidden around the corner here. They're really throwing them at us right now. Hit list. Demon name, Madafujirus. Real name, Fujiku Yamada. A manga artist demon who made Tara star Spa. Before you kill it, make it write lots of manga and put you in a comic book. And if it complains, choke it to make it do what you want. It likes to draw naked pictures of boy demons, so give it plenty of bodies to draw. Hunting grounds, Towa bookstore. That, I believe, is Hifumi Yamada's older sister. Again, there's very little in the game that explicitly states these things, except for the dialogue with Hiroko. But I believe that is the connection between those two. The name is the same, and I don't think it's his mother. Let's check the map again and make sure we know where we're going. So there's lots of treasure chests on the map here. I believe all of the incorrect ones just spawn in Monokuma, so you don't need to worry about them. It does bother me slightly to have them all on the map and not be able to collect them, but we've got the reward that we needed to get. And we've done all the challenge rooms, except for the one where our flag is pointing us. So let's keep heading on. Now, at last, to where we should be going. Like I said, I really, really like this area of the game in particular in terms of gameplay. The fact that it opens up so much and gives you the choice.
Ah, signs. Reliable as always. Looks like the subway is that way.
Hello. Well, you're thoroughly unpleasant. Let's deal with you. Still 4 shots to kill you, I think, yeah.
There's the blue building.
That's the building we're looking for. This guy hasn't spotted us. Hello. And one more to go. We could actually paralyze this guy if we knock him back into the water. I think that's probably the idea that you're supposed to go for, is to group them all up in the water. But you don't get gold coins if you don't shoot them in the eye, so let's farm as much gold as we can. And let's get ourselves another collectible here. Survivors of the killing school life. Ta-da! The ones who survived the super famous battle royale are these 6 lucky students. Makoto Naegi, Byakuya Togami, Kyoko Kirigiri, Toko Fukawa, Aoi Asahina, and Yasuhiro Hagakure. They are currently members of a secret evil society planning world domination. They are the enemies of the entire world. If you find them, call the toll-free number STABKILL. Again, Future Foundation being painted as the enemy right now, and even the survivors of the killing school life being treated as such. I believe that is everything in the city, so we can now head on to yet another challenge.
The game corner again?
And yes, it's our best friends waiting through there.
The Monokuma kid has to be hiding here somewhere. Listen for the singing to find the brat.
So we had one of these before, which I failed, and I'm gonna be honest, probably gonna fail this one too. I don't necessarily have the patience to do this properly, but again, I will try. This time we have a lot of these, what are they called? Iron Monokumas? Monokuma Maidens? Something like that. Yeah, there's not really much to do other than to learn the cycle of the beasts and try to avoid them.
Be careful so we don't get caught.
Need to wait for this guy to move. There we go. Hide around this corner here so we don't get spotted by this one coming around. We're certainly getting a lot closer this time than we did previously. The fact that it's in a slightly bigger, more open area makes it a little easier. No. That guy turned around. Well, we had a good run. As much as I'm happy to see a range of different types of challenge in this game, I still don't like this one. And I really wish they hadn't used it more than once. But now we can see Burn at work. Normally these guys dodge our bullets unless we shoot them in the eye. You can see that little effect coming up there. But Burn gets straight through that for the most part. It makes it a lot easier to kill them. You'll also notice that we have a lot of burn ammunition. Well, we don't now, but we can actually hold a lot of burn ammunition because it is rapid fire. We did eventually run out there. And that reminds me, what I need to do is actually, oh, hello. We actually need to bling up our burn bullet since we got it. So we didn't clear that one perfectly, but I think we're still on course for an A rank. The hidden kids contribute a lot to that, and if you don't die and use the retry feature, you should be alright there as well. Though I do like to show everything there is in the game, and how to do everything in the game, I'll make an exception for these challenges, because I'm not patient enough, quite simply. Let's kit out Burn while we have the chance to do so. As you can see, you get a lot of ammunition for it. Upgrading the power can be quite good, because rapid fire plus increased damage means rapid fire lots of damage, right? So let's go with Furiously Ornately, an excellent combo. And let's head into this blue building at last. We've got ourselves a skill shop. Let's have a look. As always, I had the monocoins to buy all the bullets, so I'm gonna do that. It's not really required to buy all the bullets, you do get an achievement for it. And if you really love this game like me, and you want to get all the achievements, that's something you'll have to do. We actually got ourselves Powerfully, which increases a bullet's effect by 40, which is huge, and Erotically and Endlessly both increase by 24 and 25, so those are really good ones to have. Endlessly was dirt cheap as well, which makes it a really good buy. Let's see what we can do for Jack. We are 1 monocoin short of upgrading combo attacks, right? I'm gonna go get 1 monocoin and come back and do that later, if I remember, which I probably won't. Now we've done that, let's have another look at our truth bullets and see what we can upgrade. We'll go with Powerfully Silently Break. That seems like a good combo, at least according to Komaru there. And that'll actually do. We still have 1 more truth bullet to get, and we will bring that up when we can. I think this marks a good stopping point for now. We're gonna have to head back into the subway and back into the darkness of the underground once more in the next part. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.